Okay, my topic's on gender discrimination with women in healthcare. So the main problem is that many women in medicine face gender discrimination and inequalities on a daily basis. This can take form of sexual harassment, inequitable compensations, restricted career advancement, being undermined at work, and any misidentification of their roles. This negatively impacts job satisfaction, mental health, and they get stereotyped and belittled and objectified as a result of all this. This allows the healthcare system to be dominated by men, allowing them to uphold policies and laws that fit to their advantage. An example of this can be seen among physicians, in which they describe employee bias, decisions to reinforce gender norms, even when counterproductive, the interaction between gender stereotyping and institutional policies. This causes women to be ignored and treated as outcasts altogether. Many have reported that they receive less credit, less authority, and fewer opportunities for advancement, or are treated differently due to having family and child-rearing responsibilities. Some other facts include this study being shown through trainee female physicians, in which it revealed that 52% of female trainees experience gender discrimination either by their superiors or are regularly harassed. About half has said that they've been severely depressed as a result of this delay in their career. Some have thought about suicide or ending their life altogether. This correlates with studies conducted on women surgeons to see what types of gender biases are affecting them and be due to these inequalities. This study was conducted on 46 female surgeons, in which they reported workplace factors such as access to parental leave and role models, epistemic injustices, unfair assessments based on their credibility from patients and colleagues, having poor expectations due to their care work, or lacking the emotional need of patients. This takes a toll as many experience explicit sexism, sexual harassment, bullying, and misrecognition by both colleagues and patients. How sociologists understand this issue is through conflict theory, in which it looks at society as a source of competition for limited resources. It would cause these inequalities and inequities to stem from social institutions like the government, who thrive on this competition, in which women get backlash through all of this altogether. This is a direct source of social, political, and power differences created by the healthcare system, and it's reflected as men tend to dominate the system with the help of laws and policy regulation. It causes women to compete and prove their worth as a whole. This and then is reflected through roles and status of the patriarchy system, in which women are placed in roles that don't highlight their experience or education. They are misidentified by patients and colleagues due to this role labeling, as well as causes injustices for them altogether due to their ascribed status, causing them to face patronizing actions, gender-based disrespect, or discrimination through employment practices. This is also influenced through sexist and derogatory comments, sexist humor, inappropriate sexual interactions, and belittlement of ideas and contributions. This is a source of patriarchy in the system, in which it causes many women to rarely get promotions, move up in leadership roles, and get equal pay to their male colleagues in the same role, causing a growth in gender pay gap. Some potential solutions include implementing new programs to help create mentorship and more support for women, also addressing any campus climate change to help support women altogether, recruiting men, faculty as allies and advocates to help bring about institutional change, as well as direct approaches in which it helps women modify the way they introduce themselves to patients and help reduce any mistaken identity and cause more trust with patients. Some strengths include fighting back, in which it would allow women the chance to succeed and show that they have support. It would also open up the conversation, creating an approach to help recruit male colleagues as allies to help advocate for women that face these sexual harassment, lack of promotion, career development, objectification, and epistemic injustice. It would also allow consideration towards any work pressure applied to women in the workplace. And these solutions would help implement and support the healthcare workforce through mental and psychiatric support and improve workplace climate altogether through campaigns and programs. Limitations include that the process wouldn't be done quickly. This would cause a backlash from social institutions, healthcare institutions, as well as the government for remodeling policies and implementing programs. This also causes a limit as there are other factors that are found in these studies that includes their race, their status, their age, which also have its own contribution of its own. Other weaknesses include leaving women more vulnerable as they are now and for them to be seen as inferior compared to their male counterparts. And if these changes to policies, institutions, or implementing new programs isn't done correctly, it will cause a cascade of change as less women would want to take up leadership roles and have an impact on the next generation of women healthcare workers. So, in conclusion, gender discrimination in the workplace, primarily in healthcare, has caused everlasting effects in women in high status positions. These bias, stereotypes, and inequalities all affect the healthcare system altogether, as well as cause negative effects on job satisfaction and their mental health as a whole. It impacts any chance of promotion or career development for these women and puts a lot of pressure on the healthcare system altogether. If male colleagues, staff, or leaders take notice of these injustices and discrimination against female healthcare workers, this can help create change in the workplace, implement programs, and strive towards equality and protect women as a whole. Here are my references, and that's all. Thank you so much.